Hi there, it's Cliona from Born Free Birthing. Today's video is all about birthing plans and how to make a good birthing plan in preparation for your upcoming birth. So in our hypnobirthing classes, we talk about making a really good birthing plan that's flexible, that's open-minded, and that's logical. So what do I mean by that? We know birth doesn't go to plan. It very rarely goes to plan. And so a really well-constructed birthing plan is very flexible. It is open-minded in the sense that you know if A doesn't happen, you have got B and C as options and that you're making informed decisions. A well-constructed birthing plan is about educating yourself, big time, educating yourself on absolutely everything that could go on the birthing day. So I always joke with my hypnobirthing parents, a really well-constructed birthing plan will prepare you for everything from the emergency car birth all the way to the emergency cesarean section, so that no matter what happens on the birthing day, every decision that you have to make or anything that gets put to you, you're educated about and that you're prepared for. And so I will generally ask my couples, sit down. It's important you sit down together and create the birthing plan, because what one may want, the other may not have any clue about. You may not be on the same page, and you need to be on the same page when it comes to your child's birth. So I have my trusty little whiteboard. And I always say sit down and draw a question mark. So I don't know if this is backwards. I hope it's not backwards when I go and press replay, but hey. So you start with a question mark, and so this means what type of birth do I want? So congratulations, you're pregnant, and now we're going from there. So what kind of birth do I want? For the purpose of this video, we're just going to talk about natural childbirth because I teach natural childbirth classes. So we want a natural birth. Awesome, good for you. So where do you want to birth? So you're going to start off on what facility? So you have a couple of options. You have a home birth, birthing center birth, hospital birth. For argument's sake, we'll go with hospital birth. So you figured out where you want to birth, so now you're going hospital. Excellent. So what type of care provider do you want? Do you want a nurse midwife in the hospital? Do you want an OBGYN? What kind of care provider do you want? So we'll say if you want X, Y, or Z. So you've picked your care provider. And now who else do you want on your birthing team? Do you want a doula? Who else do you want to attend? And all the while you're deciding, you are deciding on where you want and who you want, you're picking up pros and cons and you're educating yourself on everything. So if you go with an OBGYN, are you picking a high-risk OBGYN when you're very much of a low-risk mother? If you're birthing with a midwife, are you birthing within the hospital, or are you birthing in the birthing centers? So you're going to go with, you're going to educate yourself on absolutely everything. So you've chosen your venue, you've chosen your care provider, and now we're coming into what type of birth do you want? What do you want for your birthing day? Do you want to eat and drink? Do you want to labor in dim lights? Do you want to labor upright? What type of position do you want? Do you want to push the baby, or don't you want to push the baby? Do you want to breathe the baby down? Do you want to breathe the baby down only when you're in surge? Do you want monitoring? Do you want intermittent fetal monitoring? Do you want the handheld Doppler? Do you want few or no vaginal checks? Do you want to be able to birth in any position that you want to? How comfortable is your doctor receiving the baby on when you're on all fours? Do you want to labor in the tub in the hospital, if there's a tub in the hospital? Do you want to wear your own clothes? Do you want to wear the hospital gown? And so on and so on and so on. So you're literally going through every single point that could pop up on the birthing day. And so now it's time to have your baby. Congratulations. All the hard work is, well, almost all the hard work is done. And now we're breathing baby out and baby is brought to you. Congratulations. Your beautiful baby is finally here. Yay. So, do you want the baby to be wiped? Do you want all that precious vernix wiped off? Do you want delayed cord clamping? Do you want extended skin on skin? Do you want dad to receive the baby? As regards the placenta release, so we can kind of go back up here a little bit because we're laboring. Do you want the placenta to be released physiologically? Do you want Pitocin to release the placenta? If you want your placenta encapsulated, you have to let your care provider know, so therefore they'll help you bag it or put it into the container. So that's going to come into it. So you could have a whole placenta section right here. So we're going to go back to the baby being born now. So is dad going to receive the baby? Are you going to breastfeed? Are you going to exclusively breastfeed? Are you going to offer the baby your breast immediately? Are you going to do the breast crawl? Do you want the baby to room in with you? Do you want the baby to be born into dim lighting? What kind of environment do you want? Do you want the golden first hour where the baby's just placed on your chest and it's you, your partner and the baby, and you've got this beautiful cocoon around you for the first hour? So you have to write all of these down. And I joke with my hypnobirthing parents, like, if your birth plan looks something like this, you're on a really, really good page, believe it or not. Because you're going to take all of these and you're going to whittle them down and you're going to decide what you want, and you're going to literally turn it into an A4 sheet, ideally one-sided. So you're not going to hand your care provider a book. They're not going to read a book. They're too busy. And they're not going to take you seriously if you hand them a book. But you're going to condense it down to one page, maybe back and front. Ideally, it'll be one page. You can do an infograph birthing plan. You can do, there's loads of different really, really cool, eye-catching birthing plans. But it's very important to condense it. So something like, I want to wear my own clothes all day. That's very important, and I would highly suggest a woman wears her own clothes for the birthing day. But that's something that it can be verbalized on the birthing day. You know, it's as simple as you just don't get into the hospital gown. Easy. But something like delayed cord clamping, the golden first hour, no wiping the vernix, intermittent monitoring, movement, all of those definitely should go on your birthing plan. It's not a bad idea to get your doctor to sign off on it, just to show the nurses when you get to the hospital, hey, Dr. So-and-so or midwife so-and-so, whoever, have seen this particular birthing plan and they're on board with it. And of course, a birthing plan is flexible. So what I didn't really do much of in this is special circumstances. So if something pops up, in the case of cesarean section, we want delayed cord clamping or a milking of the cord, which is a more of a speedier way of getting the cord blood back into the baby's body. We do want skin on skin, and so on and so on. So yeah, now I'm sure I definitely missed out on some really, really crucial points, but this is an 8-minute video, probably a little bit less, and so I can't go into super great detail. But I do in my hypnobirthing classes. We definitely cover birthing plans in our hypnobirthing classes, and some moms will email them to me and I can happily read over them, and it's a good idea to construct a really flexible and open-minded birthing plan. And so yeah, there you go. That was a really quick kind of run through on how to make a good birthing plan. But like I said, it's a good idea to sit down together as a couple, come together, go over everything so you're all on the same page, make it flexible, make it open-minded, don't make it regimented, don't make it strict, and condense it down to one page, maybe 1.5, 2 pages back and front if you have to. And so there you go. Alright, you guys, if you have any questions, if you have anything to add to it, or if you have any questions whatsoever, if any friends you feel may benefit from this, if they're coming up to their births and they're iffy about making a birthing plan, they don't know how to, please feel free to share this video with them or tag them, and let me know what you think. Alright guys, for more information on my hypnobirthing classes, you can go to bornfreebirthing.com. You'll find information on my hypnobirthing classes there, as well as my placenta encapsulation services. Alright, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.